Hey guys, I have spent an entire year in this planner and I wanted to do a flip through for you guys. I promised it in one of my other videos and the time has finally come. It is the end of this planner that goes from July to the end of June, and I wanted to show you all my spreads for the entire year. So let's get started. This is my personal planner. And so usually for my personal planner, I ended up using mostly stickers from other shops. All my purchases and stuff I tried to put in here. That way I could use up kits. And yeah, so the beginning of July 2016 is pretty empty. But what was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh yeah, so I have been pretty hard on this planner. It has gotten super thick with planner stickers. This is with basically no white space every week for a year in an 18-month planner. So the coil is bigger, and I've ripped out 6 months of pages and it's still this thick. So that's just to give you an idea of how thick your planner may be, and especially right here is like really thick. So just so you guys kind of know, and like if it were to lay flat, it kind of lays open like this. So I usually kept it propped open the whole, after like 6 months or so when it started getting pretty thick. I left it open all the time like this and I didn't really travel with it. So and I loved this cover that I had on it. I think I'll probably just leave this on here and switch to a new cover in my new planner, but let's get started. So here's my totally empty July monthly spread. And the first week of the planner, I used this Caress Press kit and I kind of fiddled with the Polaroid photo printer there to try out that as like sort of memory keeping thing. For 4th of July, I used a Caress Press kit also for that week. And for this week, it was a Scribble Prints kit, the Hello July kit from last year. I really loved the colors in this and how it turned out. And as you can see, lots of Pokemon Go that week. And the next week was a Caress Press kit. And I love the bright colors of this kit and the blue and the orange. The week after that is another Scribble Prints kit, the other Hello July version, because I think there were 2 versions. And I kind of love like the classic simplicity of just like mostly solid colors and not a lot of patterns. It felt like it was easier to read and keep track of what I was doing. So here we get into August, my August monthly spread. I didn't even really fill it out, but I did put stickers in it. And then this was a kit from my shop, Whimsical Plans. This was the August in Mexico City kit, and I really love the bright colors in this, the summery pool blue and the yellows. And then this was the week that I went to Austin for the SPC planner party, and I used a Scribble Prints kit for this week. And so you can kind of see this was the day of the planner party. And then the next week I used a Glam planner kit, and I came back from that trip on this day. And the week after that is a Caress Press kit. This was one of the Girl Boss kits, I think. And then we get into September, the September monthly. I really love this spread. This was a kit from my shop, and I may consider bringing this back because I think it was one of our bestseller monthly kits, and I just love the colors. So, and then the matching kit for it for the first week of September. Again, I just love how rich and jewel toned these colors are. And the next week was a Scribble Prints kit, the Hello September one, and I really love the purple in that. And then this week was my 1-year shop anniversary, and so I had been saving this Caress Press Girl Boss kit for that week, and I really loved how it turned out. And the week after was also a Caress Press kit. She did this one for her anniversary with her boyfriend, and so I had to get this one for my anniversary with my boyfriend. So this was our 7-year anniversary on this week. And in October, I used this monthly kit from Frank Heart's U2, and this was super pretty. I just love the like masquerade mask in this, and so that's why I had to get it. And this was an especially fun month because we got to go on vacation. And here is the first week of October, last week of September. This was a Scribble Prints kit. And the next week was the Disney Villains kit from Odd Loop, which I had to use this because on this day we left to go to Disneyland, and so I used this kit for that. And then the next week was the Frank Heart's U2 Harry Potter kit, and we went to Universal Studios to the Harry Potter world on this day, so I had to use this kit for that. And then we were at Disneyland, and then we flew to Hawaii for the rest of this week. And the next week was a kit from Scribble Prints. It was from the SPC Planner Party. It was an exclusive kit, and I had been saving it, and I figured this was the perfect week to use it the last few days that we had in Hawaii, and it was super fun. And then the next week was also a Scribble Prints kit. This was like the week right before Halloween, and I just loved the like the spooky cupcakes. And then for November monthly, I used a Frank Heart's U2 kit as well, and I love the deep dark colors in this one. And for Halloween week, even though Halloween was like on Monday, and so the rest of the week it wasn't really Halloween anymore, but I still use this Scribble Prints Halloween kit, and I love how the colors turned out. The next week of November was a kit from my shop. This was the November in Reykjavik kit, and I just love this. Love the colors. It was kind of getting me ready for Christmas time. And then switched back to from winter to fall. This was a Scribble Prints kit. I really love the caramel apples in this, so I had to use this before the end of the year. And the next week was Black Friday, and I used this very appropriate shopping kit from Glam Planner. I think it was a mystery kit, and it was perfect for this week, even though it was like super busy. And but yeah, love this. And then right before December was the first time I used a notes page kit. This one was from Planner Gems. And for the December monthly, this was from my shop. This was the December monthly kit. For the first week of December, I used this kit from Scribble Prints. I believe this was a mystery kit. And I love how this turned out. Love the very fall colors in this. And back to winter again. This was the December in Tahoe kit from my shop. And this was like very Christmassy, but also wintry, and I really love how this turned out. And the next week this was a special Black Friday only available mystery kit. It was a seasonal themed one called Winterberry from my shop. And I really love the combination of like the jewel tones with this very light gray color. This was just gorgeous, and I had to use this in my planner. The week after, this was also, it wasn't a mystery kit, but it was only available on Black Friday that weekend in my shop, and this was the, I think I called it Home for Christmas. I believe that's what it was called. And so I used this for the actual week of Christmas. And the week after that was also a Black Friday only available kit. This was a New Year's themed one that I had available in the shop, and I really love how that turned out for New Year's, because I always like doing metallic colors for New Year's. Always gets me like ready for New Year's Eve and celebrating that. And for January notes, I also used a Planner Gems kit. And the January monthly, this was a kit from my shop. This was the January in Buffalo monthly kit. And for the first week of January, I used this Scribble Prince mystery kit that was like Frozen themed. And even though we don't get snow here, I really loved this to kind of get me into the winter mood. And the next week was also a Frozen themed kit. This was from Thumbprints Co. I believe this was like an exclusive for Black Friday or something. I forget when it was, but it is, if you can tell, foiled on there, and it was super pretty. I saw this on Instagram and I had to grab this. So I'm glad that I got to use that. The next week was a Glam Planner kit. This was also a mystery kit, I believe, and the like Narnia wintry looking theme was very perfect for January. Then the next week was a Scribble Prince kit, and this was also a mystery kit, I believe. And I just love the colors in this. It was very like neutrally with this navy blue in it. I love that. And for the February notes page, this was a kit from my shop. This was I think one of the first notes page kits that I offered. And for the February monthly, I used a Scribble Prince kit. I really wanted like a Valentine's theme for that. And I just love the chocolates and the couple under the umbrella there. And for the last week of January, first week of February, I used this Scribble Prince kit. It had a beauty theme. And the next week was an Alice in Wonderland themed kit from Scribble Prince as well. And then the next week was a Scribble Prince Hello February kit, which this was for the week of Valentine's Day, which I just love this like romantic clip art and all the glitter. And the next week was a Scribble Prince mystery kit. This was, I don't remember the theme for this, but it was just, seemed like a good kit to use in February because it had the reds and the pinks. And it's kind of like reminds me of like raspberry chocolate kind of sort of thing. And then my March notes page was from my shop. And the March monthly was also from my shop. The first week of March, I used this Caress Press Swan Lake kit, which I love the like transition of like pink to green, since those are like kind of the February and March colors. And the next week was also a Caress Press kit. This was a mystery kit, I think. It was one of the first, I believe, or the second mystery kit that she did. And I think a lot of people ended up using this for fall, but I kind of saved it for spring, and I think it looked really good. And the next week of March, I used this Scribble Prince kit with succulents, and I just love the green and the blues in this. And the week after that was a kit from Scribble Prince that was, I believe, the Black Friday mystery kit, and I had saved it. I don't know what my reasoning was for using it this week. I think I just wanted to. So that was also, it had green in it, which I like doing for March. And then for my April notes page, I used this kit from my shop because April is my birthday month. And so I used the Happy Birthday notes page kit. And the April monthly was a kit from my shop as well. This was just the April monthly kit. And the next week was a Scribble Prince kit, the Donuts kit. And I felt like since I love donuts, I should probably use this in April for my birthday month. Also, it had like green and purple, which, as you guys know, I still love sort of adhering to the general monthly colors. So March was green and April is purple. So I thought this would be a good transition kit for that. The next week was this Scribble Prince kit that I had saved from last September, I believe, was when this came out. And I knew I wanted, since I didn't get a chance to use in September, I knew I wanted to save it for April. So I used that for this week. And the next week, this was my birthday week, I used this really pretty Planner Gems mystery kit, I believe, and it was like Make-A-Wish themed. And I think I ended up getting this kit like in the mail like the previous week, and probably one of the first times that I had like gotten a kit in the mail and immediately used it. I just thought this was like perfect for my birthday week since it's like Make-A-Wish, and also I just love the colors and the black and everything in that. So that was my birthday week. The next week was a Pretty Little Liars themed kit. This was the Caress Press version. I also have a version in my shop. It was a collaboration kit between me and Caress Press, and it had exclusive art that you couldn't get anywhere else. So I had already used the version that I did, and so I wanted to use her version for the Pretty Little Liars premiere. And the next week was a Caress Press kit that I had been saving, and I wanted to use it in April last year, but I didn't get a chance to do that, so I saved it for this year. And it turned out really pretty. I love the like succulents in this kit. And then the May notes page, I used this kit from my shop. The May monthly was also the May monthly kit from my shop. And the first week of May, I used the Scribble Prints kit that was perfect for May if you were adhering to the monthly colors, because it had like this peachy color that matches the May color. And the next week in May, I used the Scribble Prints mystery kit from April, I think. And I love the brunch theme for this. This was also the week of Mother's Day, so I thought that was perfect. And the next week was a Scribble Prints kit. This was another one I had been saving for a while, and I just wanted to kind of use up some of my kits, so I picked this one for this week. And this was the one and only white space spread that I did in this planner. It's not a lot of white space, but you can kind of see some of it here. But this was the first time I had tried putting the boxes in different places and the checklists in different places. And I ended up really loving how this turned out. This was a kit from Caress Press that I had also been saving from the previous summer, and I thought it was perfect for May. And I really ended up loving how the white space look turned out, although I think for next time I might put the checklists all in the same place, just because I felt like I was all over the place each day of the week. But all in all, I think I really like how it turned out. And then for June notes page, I used the Lemonade notes page kit from my shop. And the June monthly, I used the June monthly kit from my shop, and I paired it with some Once More with Love Wacky Holiday Munchkin stickers that I actually just put in here the other day because they just arrived in the mail, and I love how that turned out. And then for this week, I went to a wedding, and so I actually clipped in the wedding invitation in here so that I could remember that. And it was also my boyfriend's birthday this week, so I used this birthday kit from Scribble Prints. So I really loved the colors for this kit because it wasn't too girly, so it was perfect, I think, to use for his birthday. And the next week was a Scribble Prints mystery kit, and I think this was really bright and summery and perfect for June because we're just getting into the warmer months, and I loved how this turned out. And the next week was a kit from Frank Cart's U2. This was the Up kit. I believe it was like a limited edition thing, and I knew I had to get it because I really love all the Pixar movies, and so I figured I should use it up and put it in for this week. And for the last week of June, I am still finishing this up, but here it is. This is a Caress Press kit that is from last summer that I've been holding on to, and I had to try and use that up. So as you can see, as it gets towards the end of here, these pages are fraying a little bit. So, but otherwise, my planner has taken white has been actually pretty good in terms of how well it's held up, considering I've been carrying this around for a year, and as you can see, I ripped out like everything extra in here. So that is the end of this flip through, and until next time, bye guys!